Fuck, that old boat stinks, doesn't it?
Every boat carries bait for the pots that ends up on deck in the sun, rotting.
I reckon it's you. I reckon you're fucking off, man.
Gee, that's the pot calling the kettle black, isn't
I
it?
reckon you've got fucking, you didn't wipe your ass this morning yourself. You stunk all morning.
I don't wipe my ass, I'm worried to use up the toilet paper that you old blokes, you know, have been with leaky bum holes.
Yeah. I don't have leaky bum hole problem syndrome, thanks very much.
Because I can still control my bowels, unlike you old people.
I don't have that problem yet.
I'm not at that age where every fart's a sus one. Well, he's a cheeky old bastard, really. Like he's like a 20-year-old, really, the way he acts. But it's funny. He's he's an absolute legend. Love working with Johnny.
Fuck off. The fucking cocksucker.
Skipper Glenn's not happy. He's trying to sell his catch, but the lobster price is falling. And the buyers are all offering lowball prices.
He was like, yous blokes have got to get a concept of fucking what's going on with the market. I know what's going on with the fucking market. You're dropping it because all the boats are coming back in.
The southern lobstermen are all returning to port to try and secure a high price. That's creating an unexpected oversupply situation. And that is forcing the price down.
With most fishermen, they've got to sell to whoever their buyer is. So the buyers know they're going to get their fish because they pay for their quota. I get all my own quota and sort it all out myself. So I can sell to who I want to sell to, and all the processors know that. I've got choice. I can ring. I've got to try and get the best possible price I can where I'm not prepared. I'm not taking $90. No way in the fucking world am I. I thought we were going to get a good price, but now I've made a couple of calls. Things aren't looking quite as good as I thought they would have been.
We should have pay over a trip anyway.
Decky Jake is also relying on Glenn to get the best price possible. His entire pay is tied to the final sale price.
Put a few bucks in the bank after this, after we unload anyway.
He earns 9% of the catch value. The more Glenn makes, the more Jake gets paid.
So the little man's alright, he looks good with his haircut.
Oh, he looks so much like you.
I can't wait to see him.
Been a while.
Alright then, babe. Love you, see ya.
Yeah, I've got a young family. I've got a 2-year-old son, and we found out just recently that I've got a daughter on the way, so. But that's why I'm here for them. To earn some money to support them, so.
Team Anson's Bay is ready to go home. But Glenn still needs to find a buyer.
The sizes, well, you know what it's like, Steve. They're everywhere. They're everywhere from a measure to bloody 3.2 kilo, mate. So you won't be disappointed in them, I'm telling you.
Glenn's on the phone to a new buyer, someone he's never sold to before.
If you want them, you'll have to go to 97, and you can guarantee you've got them. So it's up to you. 10 minutes, no worries. Roger, mate.
The difference between the original offer of $90 a kilo and his ask of $97 a kilo is $8,400.
It's starting to get a bit desperate.
The mad genius is trying to catch his way out of trouble to offset the soft lobster price.
That's a beautiful day today. The best day I've had since we've been out.
It's a tall ask. Pete needs to catch more lobsters in the next 3 days than he caught in the first week of the season.
There's only one problem. All the boats come out, you get more competition then.
Pete's patch is strangely popular. It's all down to the perfect hunting conditions.
Oh, there's boats everywhere.
And that has attracted a bunch of other fishermen.
Starting to become a bit of a regatta.
This old sea dog doesn't want anyone treading on his patch.
Yeah, just put my day shot here. Not much joy, little joy actually.
And when in doubt, Pete's happy to spin a few white lies.
Yeah, it's too early up here, Jack.
No. He's on the two-way radio reporting his catch numbers.
There's a blank, 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 absolutely blank everywhere.
3.
That are less than truthful.
Oh, fucking hell, heaps. she's going to go for a swim.
I'll catch you later.
I think it was only...
If you give the information out, I'll give you X amount, X amount, X amount. Next minute you have 20 boats here, you have no room for yourself, then you have to move. Why would you want to give information out? So I don't.
Fishermen love to stretch the truth.
Ask Street about not telling the truth. You can't tell them anything.
And Squizzy tells more lies than most. He even has a little black book of lies.
Nah, that's been our best shot. The secret about bullshitting is you got to write down what you said, otherwise you don't remember and then he knows you're bullshitting. No fish in pots. To stay in front of the pack, you have to tell bullshit. I'll be bullshitting, tell them I'm not catching nothing the whole trip. Until my last shot, I overshot for 1,000. Makes up the weight.
Hey?
As word gets out that the mad genius isn't catching much at all,
Oh, what's that one?
Decky Matthew pulls pot after pot of lobster gold.
He's actually the biggest crane we got so far. You can reckon you can handle him?
I'll get him out.
He's a nice crane, that one.
What do you reckon, Pete? 3 kilos?
You're getting up there, isn't he? He's a 300 bucker, he is. 64 for that shot, 144 for our night shot. That is a very good day up, so perfect.
It's a miracle of sorts. Pete's just 38 lobsters shy of his new target of 1,400.
It's been a long day, I'm knackered. Drop the anchor, have a barbecue and get to bed.
The mad genius has nearly done it.
Right, Matthew, got no winch.
Murphy's Law strikes again.
Works quickly, one had blown off. Oh, he's pumping all the oil. No hydraulics.
The hydraulic system has packed it in.
Can't smell anything?
No.
The anchor won't go down, and the main hauler which pulls in the pots is dead.
What's going through my head now is no work, no money.
The Bold Contender and the main power generator that keeps the lobster catch alive in the tanks has broken down. But there's good news. Squizzy's radio SOS was picked up by another fisherman who happens to be an electrician.
Lee's going to come over and have a look at the gen set for us. He's actually an auto electrician by trade, so bonus. Hopefully he can sort it out.
Tabor will pick him up in the dinghy.
See what happens. Fingers crossed. What's the chances of meeting a auto electrician on a rock lobster boat at sea on the west coast of Tasmania? And he was just going past. Right, Lee?
Despite having his arm in a sling, Lee's come to the assistance of Team Bold Contender.
We only can work with what we've got, and Lee's brought over a little bit of wire. We've got to find out what's blowing that fuse. That is our problem.
Well, when you started it,
yeah,
did it just wind over a second and just wouldn't?
Just as soon as you turned the key, went one click, and just boom. I've got everything crossed at the moment. That Lee's going to get this thing going. Even my testicles are crossed. One of them wires are shortened out.
I think so. I think I saw some sparks in here somewhere.
Fuck no. Doesn't look good. Look like sparks coming out of the wiring harness.
I reckon that wire's been laying there, so I reckon if we...
Yeah, it's
either under there.
West Coast Tasmania, there's no parts here. We've got to work with what we've got. If we can get this thing going, it's going to be dodgy as hell.
Yeah, the rate's not too bad. It's
mate.
It's the coal out of food that's going to kill you.
14 hours, yeah. Man. In the back of the motor where the wiring harness goes, in behind it, was one piece of wire where all the... It's just been rubbing over time, and it was arcing out all the time. So just arc itself out, blow the fuse. Hopefully we can just dodge it up for now, put some tape around it, and make sure it doesn't touch on the motor, the piece of wire. So, fingers crossed. This is backyard dodgy shit, man. This is fishermen at sea, dodgy, brothers.
The fix? A small piece of blue electrical tape.
Not about pretty, mate. Just get it going. Do you see if she goes? Moment of truth. Come on, baby. Genset's going. Woohoo, baby! We're back in business. We can stay and keep fishing. Yeah! Touch the wood. He would never ever fucking picked it. Wouldn't have picked it. Well done, Lee!
Team Bold Contender is back in business. $30,000 back in the black. That means no new home mortgage for Squizzy, and Tabor gets his skipper's training. The Bass Strait is notorious for its powerful tides, and Team Ella Rose is right in the thick of it, pulling their shot.
Oh, I guarantee you this pot will have fish in it. There's a lot of different things that the Northwest can throw at you, so tides, sea, just everything, mate, so you got to be on the ball.